This habit is quietly destroying millions of men. Yes. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's watching them dirty and demonic sites. You are destroying your mind, body, and spirit. That's what's going on. Do you understand? If you're not able to control your lust, you'll never be able to lead yourself and other people. Think about that. This is where I'm coming from. So it's time for you. It's time for you to wake up, man, or you can pay the price. You understand? Over your loss, this you got so much potential. You got so much capabilities. You know, to what you call it, to have the best life possible, to become the best version of yourself, and you decide to watch them dirty and demonic sites. You are better than that. This is where I come from. You are better than that. It's time for you to wake up, man, before it's too late. So let's talk about the hidden the hidden epidemic. So, and of course, the most obvious thing that people watch on dirty sites is of the mobile phone. You understand? Because we live now in an over sexualized society. You know, with social media. You know, where you go to all these apps and that. You understand? It's all you know what it's showing. You show women of them. You know, being what you call it. It's online plus. You know the rest already, and that's for you to for them to hijack your mind. You know, they're able to blow your seed away, and now you feel drained mentally, physically, and spiritually. You feel drained. You feel guilt. You feel shame. You know, that's what it's weapon. Yes, I say you have to use your advantage. You gotta be consuming to create. But you're just consuming. You know, you've got no purpose. Why you consume no purpose? You just absolutely sabotaging yourself. That's what you're doing. You know, all these screen hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hour shifts you do on your phone. That's what you're doing. You know, and that is basically the new norm in society around the world. That's the new norm. You see, like it's got so bad to a point where I think it's got so bad to a point where, like, when you go to these daily sites, they ask you for photo ID. That's a new thing they implemented. They ask you for a photo ID to upload, and that. Oh yeah, David is using this watch on dirty sites. So that's taken the like the shaming to a whole new level. Just like going from sending a picture of yourself on that, of your ID. You completely lost. You completely lost it. Completely lost your mind. You must be that desperate for it, and that desperate for it to watch a screen and now blow your seed away. You're finished basically. Like if you're able to do that, you accept yourself and do that. You basically 100% confirmed with yourself. Like yo, I wake up. I'm addicted to them dirty sites, and yes, put me in that. That it doesn't make sense. That's what we're doing right now. I hope you know. I hope that you're not one of those people. I hope you're not one of those people that have gone to this path. But it's a great shame and an embarrassment, really, when you think about it. How how uh, how tapped you are badly to be able to do that. It's crazy. Now let's talk about let's talk about the science of how they hook you in, and that's the dopamine. You know, when you go on your phone, you feel that this magnet draw you in. See now you're mentally switched off now. You're in a so-called hypnotic rhythm. You know, and you're dragged into this phone and that's it. You're standing there just doing this. That is the moment where you're hooked into a hypnotic rhythm, and you're watching go all these socialized content one after the other after over. You go probably through hundred videos or more. You know, and that's then you got to a point where you're so lustful that you end up going a step further, go and watch some dirty sites and release your seed. Then you're back to square one again. You see, so the dopamine is drawing you in and out. It's very addictive, just like junk food, drugs, exactly the same thing. You have to understand it's a very dull life and that when you say there this stay there for hours, watch some dirty sites because you're out of touch with reality. That's why life becomes dull. You know, you can't socialize with people, whereas male or female can't socialize with them. You see, you're shy, your confidence down, your faith in believing yourself is down. That is because why? Because of this deadly habit that you're doing. You see, and whose fault is that? It's absolutely your fault. It's an absolute fake reality that you tap into. You switch the real world off and you tap into the fake world of this terrible, disastrous habit that you're doing. God knows for how long you've been doing it for. It's crazy. Now let's talk about the cost of pleasure. You see, pleasure leads to self-destruction. That's the reality. You know, and you've got, don't get me wrong, you got healthy pleasure and you got toxic pleasure. This right here, we're talking about this habit right here is a very, very toxic pleasure. And the longer you go deeper into the hole, you go deeper and deeper, deeper into the hole, the longer it will take for you to get out, or you might never get out. You see, the side effects of watching dirty sides. You lack focus, motivation, self-discipline. You know, energy. You're not yourself. You know, you cannot lead people. You're shy. You're vulnerable. You know, you're not productive. Time is passing by and you're wasting. Time is passing by and you're wasting your potential for the way you can be, potentially the way you can be. So the side effects are absolutely fatal. You understand? I can tell you from experience in that. You understand all the things I just named. That's what that's what you're likely going to suffer with. You understand? So let's talk about the short term and long term. The short term, you're seeking you're seeking short term gratification, which leads to all the things I just said. You know, which is basically you destroy your masculinity. You know, for short term pleasure, you're paying for something, you know, or watching for free, whatever, or two people, you know, getting paid to act for your entertainment. You know, they actually to a degree enjoy themselves, but you just it's sitting there on the screen and blow your seed away in the sock or in the toilet, whatever you like to do with it. You understand? Your life was energy. Do you understand how precious that is? Your life energy is so precious because got so much vitamins and minerals in there. You know, it's what's needed to create you and me. Is that you're not able to create and manifest what you want. That is how powerful the life force energy is. Is a sacred energy. If you play with it, you're basically shooting yourself in the face. That's what you're doing. You understand? But when it comes to long term thinking, when you do long term, you don't watch some sites. You're corn free. You're corn free, and your mind's free. Your mind body is purified. you can be you can go ahead and be all that you can be because you've laid the platform. So you can be all that you can be in that. In every aspect of your life. That's long term. Long term is long term. You get long term success. You see, that's the key. So, as I said before, if you're not able to control your loss and temptations and that, you're not able to, what you call it, able to stay away from dirty sites, then you can never create and manifest what you want. You can never be that all that you can be. And a man that can't be all that he can be, it's a great sin, basically, honestly. You understand? Let's think about it. Say you're in front of God right now, and you tell him that what you call it, that you're so disappointed that you're not able to showcase to the world the gifts and talents that he gave you. It's too late then. Think about that. Imagine that. You know, if you don't like the way it makes you feel or think, then you will stop right now. Watch some dirty sites. You see. So now we're moving on to the what you call the essence of masculinity. The essence of masculinity. Your masculinity is not to wash them dirty sides. But if you do, or you understand the consequences, the consequences are fatal. All the most successful men, all the successful men on this planet, past or present, they all what you call it, they all got high testosterone. You see, that's what's needed to conquer your mind, body, spirit, conquer the physical realm. That's what you need. You know, but this what you call this habit right here that you're doing is draining your masculinity to something to be all that you can be. So you have a serious decision to make, man. I thought made my decision, and it's absolutely been a great it's absolutely been a great blessing. This I'm going from. So self control is very important. Self control is very very important. You know, self control that's the key. Self control, not allow your brain to get hijacked. You know, by all this social media and stuff. Very important self control. Because if you control yourself, you're able to lead people. If you're not, then you can't. You understand? So you understand the side effects what he's doing. It's down to what side effects you want to experience, positive or negative. But the positive is you're able to fulfill your masculine potential, and the opposite way is that you're not able to fulfill your potential. Your masculine powers, and, and therefore you're suffering. You sound confirm. So moving on to my next point is that watch them dirty sides actually emotionally weak. You see, because how do you feel when you release your seed in that? You feel empty. You don't feel like suicidal thoughts. You know, you don't feel yourself. You know, you're on a downer. That's what emotionally doing. And that means you're not in a masculine frame. But if you decide not to watch on dirty sides, then you're gonna be a masculine frame, and you're gonna be feel powered. You're gonna sound. You're gonna be emotionally balanced. You know, you're gonna feel good in that. You can feel motivated. You're gonna feel satisfied, accomplished. You see, so that's why you're gonna stay away from this habit as far away get as far away from this habit as possible. I'm telling you. And what now comes to the solution, man, is the reboots. You know, we're in the last quarter of the year, so you gotta make the call, man. Make the move. Just 12 weeks to transform yourself for you to become unrecognizable to the version that you are now, and that's the reboot in it. Stop watching the dirty sides, and what you call it, start with the challenge. I challenge you. You go on 7 days. You know, if first 7 days is most important, build a foundation. Then go to 14, then go to 30, they'll go to 60, and so on, all the way to 90. It becomes a lifestyle. You know, so take it one day at a time. Don't worry about counting. It goes down to maximizing your time. Make the most out of your time and be productive as possible. That's what you gotta do. Be as productive as possible before you know time flies and you get to day 90 and it becomes a lifestyle. You see? And this reboot when you go a day more days, your T levels increase, you're gonna have mental clarity, focus, energy, you're gonna feel good. And you basically become your masculine self. And then the rest is history basically. You know, but it's gonna be rough at the beginning. You know, all these withdrawal symptoms, all these things. But you gotta stay strong, you gotta stay resilient. You have to persevere. And before you know it, when you got through that rough patch, after that, it just rising and rising. But by day 90, it's a lifestyle. Your brain is fully rewired, you know, to what it actually needs to be. So this video is not here to shame you or saying that you're not good enough, you're inadequate, all these things. No. This is right here to inspire you, yeah, to get out of the situation you're in right now. Be addicted to this habit. Make you awake this video is to make you to question yourself. So hold a minute. The way I'm going right now, I'm not able to fulfill my potential to be all that I can be, which obviously it's a sin. So inspire. That's why I made it inspire to make you question yourself. You know, it's only you against you. What you gotta watch, see, look yourself in the mirror and make the change. I gotta give you, I gotta plant a seed in your mind, and you gotta do what you gotta do with it. Otherwise, you can stay exactly where you are. You understand? So remember, I say again is that what you call it, in order to fulfill your potential, you got so much on the dirty side, so you're able to create and manifest anything that you want. You see, that's the reality. So that's all God say, but in this content, boy, you value, you know, inspires, motivate you to so much of this, to overcome this habit and be all that can be, then make sure to make the algorithm by liking, hitting that events, subscribe button, comment down below. You got any question, any need, anything that you need help with, and this difficult time that you're facing right now. You know, got you, because I got all the keys for you to becoming the best version of yourself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.